Hey look, they're twins. What are we talking about? What's the deal? This one's a little different, isn't it? Had to break the plastic away from it to be able to get the plug out of it. It's all burned up on that last pin, the G pin, number 7. So anyway, this is the blower motor resistor that came out of the vehicle. It's a 2005 GMC Sierra 1500, just a little half-ton pickup. You can see that you've got some corrosion here of the green variety on each side of there, as well as the connections, and then you got the good old classic brown red color of the rust on the other. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is the new one. These run you about 50 bucks or so, $50–60. And the thing that it does, it plugs into the blower motor and powers the blower motor, and then the controls and everything going through those 7 pins there. It's the blower motor resistor, and the symptoms of one of these when they go bad, so here's the truck. The symptoms of a bad blower motor resistor is that the blower motor will turn on and off. You know, once you turn the controls on, it'll just start kicking on and off, and you know, it'll work some days, won't work other days. You turn the key off and then turn it back on and then it works. Or you turn the control to 0 and then back up on, you know, on that left knob right there, and it'll work and not work. Where they're located is they're under this pan. This pan just has a couple of little bolts in it, just a couple little 7mm head bolts, and it's fastened in by that point right there, as well as this one here. I'm trying not to blind out what I'm pointing at, but just kind of put it in the halo so you can see. So it's a good opportunity to get all the buttons and rattles and napkins and crap out that fall out of your overflowing glove box. But where it's located, this is your blower motor here where it says Bosch right there, and it plugs in around the back side with those 2 wires that I showed you hanging out. This is what the plug looks like after it gets melted, that number 7 or G, the red wire, the power wire. And this one will still work. You can see where it's swelled up a little. It's got that blister on it. That blister is what caused you to not be able to unplug it unless you really take stuff apart and break it the way that I did. You can see on this side it's got just a big cavity on it. So anyway, you can order a new plug and splice all 7 wires, and that's not any fun. But with this one, the resistance is going to be lower. It's not going to get hot like it used to. We're going to rock and roll this one in the meantime while we have that new plug come in that's been on order. It costs almost as much for the plug as it does for the resistor. It's about 40 bucks. Anyway, where does this live? I'm glad you asked. That is a good question. It lives right up here in the air wash of the blower motor. I think I did another one of these videos on a Yukon XL. It was a similar one, but I'm not sure if I did, so I'm making this one. I'm going to put it all together in one day, one shot, one take, and post it, so that way at least it'll be on there. So this is the wire pigtail that goes around to the back side. You can see you got to push down on it with a tab. Back there you can't see, so take a good look at this from this video and see how you want to push on just this little square rectangular part at the end. You push that down and it'll pull out. It's not easy when it's back up in there to tell that that's the way it's to be done unless you have a mirror. And even then it's kind of tough. This orientation of this plug on the back side of that blower motor there is upside down like this. So you want to push up with a screwdriver or something hard to get that to pop out. Once you do, you'll be in good shape. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more like it, just click subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Cheers.